Good morning, good afternoon, and welcome back to Watching Chickies. Now here on day 95, part 2. I think part 1 was probably the briefest broadcast you've ever had. I think we only went on for a minute before it crashed. Hopefully this is all now a bit more stable. Watching Chickies is the daily live stream here on Reddit, then later YouTube, about the lives and development of these 3 young chickens. Right before you in gray is our little silky rooster named Stormy. Over there, brown and gold, is our onagadori, which is an endangered breed of chicken from Japan named Kagome. And over here in black is our ayam cemeni named Braveheart. And hello there, another donut. And hello there, bananas. And another donut. Well, hopefully by day 100, we have their new playroom stuff ready to show you guys. So that should be exciting. And we'll probably give them a few treats. Who knows, they might even get a watermelon to snack on that day. That would be lovely. I believe we're planning for this Tuesday to be giving February Monsters a little treat to the chickens, which should be some spaghetti. So that should be fun to see them have a little bit of a treat of some spaghetti. And Itty Bitty 666, hello there. And thank you for your hellos to the Chickies. And 404 Ninja Not Found, thank you for the Take My Power award. Lovely to see you here on the broadcast. Oh, Braveheart. Hello, you're doing well this morning? Your feathers look spectacular. There's a lovely sheen on them. And they're still kind of eating some of their breakfast, I think. Braveheart, ooh, there you go. Braveheart wanted to say hello to me. She always does love a little bit of private time where she gets her own little pets before everyone else. As we can see, she just kind of loves just hopping up here onto my knee. She is a little bit of a daddy's girl there. Oh, and Itty Bitty 666, thank you. Well, I'm glad that you enjoy the stream. You know, it's lovely just to be together for a while, watch the chickens have a nice time, have a nice little chat, and just relax. Worm Cowboy, the chickens are indeed big enough to go outside, and they do go outside for most of the day. We bring them in for these broadcasts, and we also bring them in just to sleep at night, but the rest of the time, they are pretty much outside. If we were outside more, the internet connection out there isn't really strong enough to do these daily live streams. So we bring them in here to play around with them, to, show you guys the chickens, and just to give them a little bit of love during these streams. And then they get to enjoy the outside the rest of the time. There we go, guys. And all of these chickens are members of our family and friends for life. They're not working chickens, but in the future, we wouldn't say no to the donation of a few eggs. And Itty Bitty 666, thank you for the Hugs Award there. Oh, and Worm Cowboy, we do not have any other chickens at the moment. It's just these 3 chickens. Though in the future, since it does seem that Stormy is a little rooster, we might have a few hybrid chickens. So all of the hybrid chickens would be half silky, like our little Stormy here, and then either half onagadori or half ayam cemeni. And I'm willing to bet that we'll probably have more half onagadoris, because one, Stormy seems particularly attached to Kagome, and 2, there is a much bigger size discrepancy between Braveheart here and Stormy. Braveheart has almost like twice the body mass of Stormy at this point. There we go, there we go. Oh, lovely. Oh. And we can even hear when our little Braveheart does her jump. She has like quite the weight to that jump, and she makes quite a satisfying little thud. Ooh, I saw a little bit of the blue gleam to some of her feathers there as the light kind of hit them. That is lovely there, Braveheart. Lovely. Oh, and hello there, Stormy. Stormy's having quite the appetite today. Just kind of eating his grower crumble right there. And we've put them on to the next sort of stage in their food, just to help them as they grow a bit bigger. Oh, and hello there, Flippy Birdo. Hello there, Calico 48. Hello there, Tireless Guardian. And it's always lovely to speak to new friends and old here. And yeah, just kind of focusing on the chickens as they grow up a bit more each and every day. And Stormy, your tail is just becoming more wild day by day. You know, it's almost like a little twister or a tornado that's being like suspended in animation. Oh my, oh my. And we are doing quite well today. The little chickens are looking bright-eyed. They're making lots of little peeps, our peep squad today. And they are lovely. And hello there, Lady 50. Hello there, Bitter Botanist. Hello there, Banger 1233, and thank you for the compliment there. I do like keeping my voice kind of low and mellow for the chickens. Chickens are very sensitive creatures. They can panic pretty easily. So by keeping my voice nice and calm, modulated, that helps them relax and live their best little chicken lives. And 404, we will be doing our weigh-in just a minute. I was just letting them eat a little bit more, go around a bit, but you're right. I think we are probably ready to do their daily weigh-in. And we do this daily weigh-in just to ensure that the chickens are feeling all right, that they're growing at a good pace, and that they're not suddenly dropping weight. A drop in weight could be a sign that something that they're not feeling too well. Oh, I think Kagome is ready for her weigh-in. She wants a treat. So let's go do the weigh-in now. So I'll put our handy-dandy phone down here. Oh yes, Kagome, we're gonna do the weigh-in. And since these days I need to use both hands to weigh the chickens because they're a bit bigger. Here we go. Are you volunteering, Kagome? Are you volunteering? Maybe an unintentional. There we go. There we go. My fussy Kagome. I know you're a fussy girl. There you go, my fussy girl. Oh, honk, honk, honk. Kagome is now 706 grams. So Kagome in one night went up 11 grams. Kagome is now officially over 700 grams. Oh, that's very good, Kagome. Very good. All right, I'm going to put Kagome down. And there she goes. I believe Kagome has regrown some of her flight feathers really quickly because that was quite a little flight there. All right, guys. All right, who is next? Who is next? Come here. Come here. Go, go, go. And here we go with Braveheart, our ayam cemeni. Hopefully today you cooperate a bit more than yesterday. Oh, Braveheart, you just need to stand on the plate. I just need you to not stand. No. Shh. It's okay. It's okay. She just keeps trying to go to the other chickens. Braveheart, I need you just to be still for a second. I'm going to point you away from Kagome and everyone else. Look at Dad. Look at Dad. So you are at 841 grams. There you go. There you go. So we saw an 8-gram increase for Braveheart, 841 grams. That's very good there, Braveheart. Very good. I can now see the stream again for a second. We do own this house and we do clean up in this area quite a bit. Oh, right. 841 grams for Braveheart. And let's go for little Stormy now. There we go. Cheep, cheep, cheep. Peep, peep, I know. There we go. You don't need to worry. Here we go. So you are 680 grams. Wait, what? No, you can't be that big. Hold on. 600, it was the glass that was doing that. 620 grams. Let me see here, let me see. 600, there you go, 620 grams. So that was an 18-gram increase for our little Stormy. So all of the chickens showed a little bit of an increase today. Kagome went up, Stormy went up, and Braveheart went up. Lovely, lovely. Here we go, guys. Here we go. And today, we're probably just going to give them a little bit of the furikake, which has the roasted nori. It has some roasted sesame seeds, which the chickens are fond of. There we go, and a lovely treat for you guys, just getting along there. And we can see that they are quite quick to pick up the treats. And it is lovely to see that their growth just continues and is going so well. 404 Ninja Not Found asks, what could a weight drop indicate? And weight drops could indicate a lot at this age. They're still a few months away from being adult chickens. So during this period of time, you should be seeing, if not a small weight increase all day, at least them sort of maintaining their weight. A sudden weight drop could indicate, one, they were particularly stressed that day. Two, it could be a sign that they are feeling ill and for some reason they're not eating. Or two, it can be an indicator that they are injured, even if you might not have noticed an injury. So a sudden weight drop is just, nature's way of kind of telling you something might be awry with your little flock. So by keeping just track of their weights, you are really helping yourself out, you're helping your flock out. A single drop might not be indicative of anything, but when you have sort of a trend going on multiple days, that can be your sign that you should be going to see a vet or other professional about your chickens. There we go. All of these chickens are members of our family and friends for life, and they shall never be eaten. They will be living long, happy, and healthy lives, if I have anything to say about it. And one true pineapple, thank you for this award there. And I think the little chicks enjoyed their furikake right there. Lovely, lovely. Oh, and no worries, 404. It's always great to answer people's questions. Always good to put out a little bit of chicken education during these streams. Oh, hello there, my fuzzy little Stormy. Hello, hello. Oh, and Flippy Birda, well, I hope your D&D session goes well today. Later on today, though, after today's broadcast, I am going to be DMing a session of my own. And where I last left off with my party, since I'm the DM, they were just about to face off with a very powerful lich. So I fully expect at least one of my players to perish in today's session. Oh my, oh my. Oh, hello there, Braveheart. Hello. She just wanted a few more cuddles there. There you go, there you go. A little jealous look from Kagome there. Just looking at Braveheart again and again. While our little Stormy just puts his head up as high as he can, just looking around for any potential little danger for the girls. We had a visit from my parents the other day, and they brought their little dog Lily, who is a lovely little girl. She is a little chihuahua that looks a bit like a fox. I was hoping that she'd get along with the chickens, but and I made sure that the chickens were in their coop, nice and safe and sound. Lily did end up barking at them a couple of times, so I had to take Lily away for a bit, soothe the chickens down a bit. There was a few squawks from Kagome, but other than that, they seemed all right. After that, I was able to bring Lily a bit closer in somebody's arms, and she behaved herself, and the chickens stayed calm, so I considered that to be a win. I know my dad had a good time giving Stormy a little bit of a cuddle, and that was lovely. Stormy was a well-behaved little gentleman. There we go. He even gave Braveheart a bit of a pet as well. And that was really nice. There we go, Braveheart. There we go. You were so well-behaved as well. And it's lovely just to see all of the chickens kind of just chilling out in their own area. They each got their own little space here. Kagome is just kind of falling asleep to my voice right now. Her eyes are just opening and closing so slowly as she just tries to not fall asleep. Our Braveheart is just kind of looking up at me with that sort of little adoring look in her eyes. Oh dear, oh dear. I know you like your pets. I know. Oh dear. Now Braveheart's one of the ones that doesn't really like the outside, but I think she's gotten a lot more used to it these days. She's definitely gotten good about riding on my shoulder to go outside. The usual procedure is for me to put up Braveheart onto one shoulder. I put Kagome onto the other shoulder, and now I pick up Stormy with both hands, and we all just kind of walk out to the coop as one. And it's quite the sight seeing all of the chickens with me at once. And it's quite funny because as I stride forward, Kagome and Braveheart both just kind of bob their heads forward like this, as if they are actually doing the walking. It's quite the funny little sight. But you all maintain your balance, and most of the time Kagome doesn't even try to knock Braveheart off my shoulder. 404 Ninja Not Found asks, how will you do it in the winter with going outside? Does it get too cold outside for the chickens in the winter? And there will likely be many days this winter when it will be kind of too cold to bring the chickens outside. We are here in Connecticut, the Nutmeg State, And we can have some pretty cold winters. We can have a bunch of snow. And as a result, we're just going to have to play it day by day. We're going to have to see, we're just going to pay close attention to the temperatures, the wind chill and everything. Likely, we're going to incorporate more UV lights within this room just to make up for any sort of loss of sunlight they're going to get. Oh my, you almost jumped right onto Kagome there. Oh dear, Stormy. So, yeah, we'll have UV lights in here. This room here in the basement is already connected to the heating. So they already have the heating from the same furnace that heats the rest of the house. So they should be fine in here on the days when they can't go outside. There we go. Dark rucksacks. Occasionally the chickens' heads can stay stable when I move them. The chickens don't always do that, however. It might be a thing that happens more when they're full grown. I'm not sure. These chickens are 95 days old. They're just over 3 months old. And very often they're a little bit too twitchy to kind of do that. They're wondering what I'm doing, kind of moving them around in the air and trying to look at me. Hello there, Stormy, with your little peeps. Right next to your girlfriend, Kagome. Oh my, oh my. And yes, Braveheart, I will keep petting you. Oh, little chicken yawn there. Are you trying to be an egg again, going underneath Kagome? You gonna join them now, Braveheart? Yeah? Want a little chicken company, or are you just playing? I saw that little tail wag there. Oh, jump into my other leg. What are you doing? Is this a game? Did you want to go to the computer? Yeah? What? What is it? I could tell you want something. What, is it this? Are you trying to get close to the furikake? Is this what you wanted? I could spread a bit more for you if you want. Yeah? That's what you wanted? Well, there you go. There are some happy little chickens. Rob Van Cram. Early on, like in the first few episodes, I think I tried to do that line thing, and they didn't really respond to it. But, you know, I've watched some of those videos where they try to hypnotize the chickens, and the chickens never really look overly happy when they come out of being hypnotized. They always look pretty stressed out coming out of that, and I wouldn't really want to try to stress out our little chickens. You know, my concern is really more just keeping them happy. Oh, and Dark Raxax, thank you for the This Award. Much appreciated. And Braveheart was indeed quite happy about that. I knew she was trying to tell me something when she was jumping on and off my knee like that. And then I guess she gave me a much better message when she jumped onto this knee and looked directly at the treat. So I wonder at this point, you know, am I training the chickens or are the chickens training me? And I've heard some explanation of why that hypnotizing thing with the line might work. Something about some genetic memory that the chickens might have. Like it's some sort of instinct to stay still when they detect the presence of a snake. And I must imagine that could be a bit stressful for a chicken. You know, just thinking that this predator might be so close, lying very still to avoid its presence. And then all of a sudden, it's gone. There was never a predator in the first place. And you're just left confused at what was happening. And Dark Raxax, I've sat a bit further away from the chickens sometimes. And often they'll just come up to my chair, kind of look up at me. And then I eventually pick them up. If I sit a bit closer to them like this, I give them a little bit easier access to just jump onto my knee, which I feel is a little bit better. Strong Burner, thank you for the Hugs Award. And hello there, Memento Mori. Always lovely to see you. There we go. Hello, Braveheart. Like your snack there? Yeah? Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, a little sneeze from Kagome. Bless you there. Though I think she's a little bit annoyed that right here Stormy took the lion's share of the space here on the top bunk. Oh, and hello there, Braveheart. They all like being here in this top area. So for when we are expanding their little play area, we are actually going to be giving them more spaces at the top to kind of spread around in. Because they have all gotten so much bigger. You could come here now, Braveheart. You could come. Are you looking for any last little bits there? Yeah? Yeah, the other little bits there can be tasty. Mm-hmm. Oh, well, she's having fun. And Stormy's just looking down there like, wait, there were treats before? You guys ate treats? Why wasn't I involved in that party? Well, Kagome didn't invite you there, Stormy. Kagome didn't invite you. But you know what Dad will do now? Here we go. There we go, Stormy. Dad will invite you for a little bit of a cuddle. Let's see about your hairdo today. Oh, and hello there, Braveheart. I guess you don't want to be left alone either. Lovely, lovely. Oh, we got some honking from Kagome. So let's see about picking her up as well. There you go. There you go, Kagome. Right on my shoulder. His speed AF asks, do chickens know when to stop eating, or will they continue until everything is gone? And in my experience, unlike dogs, chickens will stop eating. As you see here, they still have a bunch of food left in their feeder, yet they are no longer eating. So they do know when they're full, and they do know when to stop. So like you could probably leave tons and tons of feed for chickens to eat, and then we'll just eat until they're full, and then they'll stop and just kind of walk around. They'll only start again once they're feeling a little bit more hungry. There we go, guys. There we go. So a chicken won't continue to eat until its stomach explodes or anything ridiculous like that. They know when they're full, they know when they've had enough. The only thing that might really get them fat or obese is just stuff like we were warned by the vet that too many in the way of mealworms and grubs can apparently really pack on the pounds, which can be a bit too much from them. Itty Bitty 666, are they scared of crows? I haven't seen any crows approach the chickens when they've been outside, so I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure what crows would think of our Braveheart here either, because Braveheart kind of looks a bit like a crow or a raven in the first place. They might be a little bit confused by her. Moonbound, are people commonly allergic to chickens? Well, I know I'm not allergic to chickens. There probably are people out there that might be either allergic to chicken dander or chicken feathers, but I am not one of those. And I don't really hear much about allergies to chickens, if I'm being honest. It probably is a thing to some people. You know, you mention anything, and there are people that are probably allergic to it somewhere. I mean, there are even people out there that are allergic to water. I know that's a terrible allergy to have that needs a lot of medical help with, but yeah. There we go. And Rob Van Cram, that one feather on Stormy's left side is cracking you up. Is it this one right here? This sort of errant little feather that has somehow managed to kind of be a feather right here. That must be a little quirk, because all the rest of the feathers are just like fuzzy. Yeah, that is a funny little thing there. I believe that most silky breeders, if they saw a feather like this, would probably trim it, but we'll just keep it as is. That's part of our little Stormy's allure. Oh, and Rui Doo, thank you for the Wholesome Award there. Oh, and there's a little one sticking up near his neck. Interesting, interesting. Let me see. Near his neck. I'll try to see if I can spot it. Because I know he has a few pinhead feathers right here at the back. Oh, and look at that lovely blue right there, right by his ear. Look at the lovely blue color right next to the dark gray right there. Oh, lovely, lovely. You are really developing, my little Stormy, as you go for a little nap. Oh my, oh my. Oh, and Black White Panda 9, well, thank you for the Wholesome Award there. Much appreciated. And I much appreciate giving our little Stormy a little gander here as he takes a little nap. Oh dear, just trying to keep your eyes open. But you're just kind of failing because you're listening to Dad's voice. And Kagome, how does your endless preening go, huh? You having fun? Oh dear, oh dear. Well, your tail feathers are looking nice today. Nice and long. Yeah? Oh, you dropped something on my hat and you cleaned it. Well, thank you very much. That is much appreciated there, Kagome. Yeah? Oh dear. And Braveheart's just being so patient while I pay attention to Kagome. She doesn't balk at me. She doesn't give me any little squeaks or chirps. She just waits for another little cuddle. And Skillsy, yes, it is indeed the chicken guy again. Or Bird Ross, or the Bob Ross of chickens, as some people call me. And Memento Mori, you know, I missed some of Kagome's little singing before. Oh, her little trumpet can have a little bit of an allure. You should sit down. Sit down, sit. Yes. Do you have one of Stormy's feathers here? Hold on. Let me see. There we go. One of Stormy's feathers was just stuck there. There you go. There you go. Does that feel better not to have that feather stuck on you? Yeah? Oh, well, you're talking to us. That's good. How you doing? Is today a good day? Yeah? Oh, my. Do-do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. No? No more high-pitched singing? Just more trumpet? Oh, well, that was closer. That was closer. That was sort of a new Kagome song. Kagome, why don't you sit? I know you don't want to sit. How about you sit? There you go. There you go. You don't need to be preening the whole time. Yeah, you could just give us a little song. Oh my. And yet right now it's the front-facing camera so Kagome can see herself. Yeah, you can see yourself. You're a lovely little chicken there. We love your little brown eyes. Ooh, and she's looking at our Stormy right there, who just gave us a little raptor sound. He just kind of woke up from a little nap, a little bit startled. I wonder if he was having a little bit of a chicken dream there. Were you dreaming that a hawk was coming near your little flock? Were you giving them a little bit of a warning? Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, hello there, Braveheart. Are you gonna go snuggle with our little Stormy soon? Or are you looking around for the danger that Stormy might have asked you about? We're getting a bit of trees hitting against the window there. Oh, and hello again, Braveheart. Yes, I know. You're always willing to get a few more pets there. Lovely, lovely. And Kagome, Memento Mori, says that you are so pretty today. Yeah, chicken right in front of you. Well, I know you appreciate that. Yeah? Oh dear. And Skill Z, I don't know what question you were asking. I didn't see it. It could be that you might have worded it in a way that might have been unintentionally violating animals on Reddit rules. Because I know that they are pretty strict here, just about questions about hurting animals or injuring animals. These animals here are members of our family and friends for life and will never be eaten. So we're just hoping that they have nice, long, happy, and healthy lives. They will hopefully live until they are 12 years old. Hopefully a little bit more than that. Okay, Skillsy. Well, cleanliness-wise, the chickens they spend a lot of time doing preening, which is the process in which they kind of clear out feathers that are molting, any damaged feathers, and they can also clean up their feathers at the same time. As we can see here on my t-shirt, they release a lot of dried skin and dander when they do that. And it also allows them to spread natural oil throughout the feathers that can help repel water. We also provide them a little sand container complete with clean sand in there, in which they have little sand baths. And if the question was about poop, yes, chickens do poop. I did not manage to potty train my chickens, partially because we're having them mostly be outside these days, so I didn't want to confuse them with pooping in just one place inside and then having to go like outside and try to hold it. So we use a broom, we use a mop about twice a day in here, but it's gotten a lot easier since most of their poop goes outside these days on the lawn. And it's not that difficult keeping up with the poop. It's just part of the job, having chickens. And I found that because we keep the poop under control, we keep any potential smell under control. And as a result, the little chickens are not smelly. There we go. And itty bitty 666, well, thank you. I do think our little flock is quite cute. There we go. And Skill Z, well, I hope your little chickens lived long and happy lives. And I hope that our little flock just continues to be content little birds. What do you think there, Stormy? My little son there. my fluffiest little rooster. I can't wait to see you as a little father, just strutting around with a few little birds in tow. That will be quite the sight. And it'll be quite the sight when they grow bigger than you. Oh dear, oh dear. There we go. And yes, our little Stormy here is quite a fluffy little boy. And that's what you get with a little silkie chicken. You know, silkies were first bred around 2,000 years ago in China. Marco Polo was one of the first Europeans to write about them, and he claimed that silkies had the most delicious chicken eggs that he had ever eaten. I was kind of looking forward to seeing if that was true, but considering our Stormy is a rooster, I guess I won't know yet. There we go. And Pink Velvet Pony, well, thank you for the Hugs Award. That is much appreciated. And I think Itty Bitty 666, yes, Stormy and Braveheart would likely have very cute little chickens. They both have hyperpigmentation, which means both Stormy and Braveheart have black skin, they have black muscles, they have black organs, and they even have black bones. And because they both have that mutation, it is more than likely any of their potential babies would have that mutation as well. So I imagine that any hybrid silkie ayam cemeni, or maybe we would call it an ayam silkie, would likely be a very lovely dark black color. I'm not sure if we would get all of the fuzzy feathers on a hybrid. We might, or we might get just a little bit of fuzziness on a hybrid, but it would still be lovely to see. Black White Panda 9. Will chickens minus Stormy take water baths if offered? Your canary would take one every day in an old soap dish. It was adorable. I'm not sure if they would take a water bath if offered. I know in general chickens did arise from pretty arid conditions mostly, and that's why they sort of have an instinct to take dust baths. And you'll see this very often with chickens in a farm setting or just kind of free roaming. They'll look for a bunch of dirt that's exposed, preferably as dry as possible, and they'll go into it and then they'll just fluff up their feathers and just like quickly flex their feathers like this. And that spreads all of the dirt, it spreads all of the dust throughout their feathers, which they then very quickly start to preen afterwards. Chicken feathers, to a degree, because of the oils that they spread around it, are water repellent. So it takes a little bit of washing to really get them wet. For silky chickens, you don't really want to try to get them wet because it takes them a while to dry off. The one bath that we had to give Stormy because he had a bunch of dried poop on from Kagome pooping on him, we had to use the blow dryer on him to get him dry, though fortunately he loved the blow dryer. It was a funny little sight there. And Itty Bitty 666, yes, well, I'm always patient now. Oh, and Flippy Birdo, have a lovely day and a lovely Dungeons and Dragons game. Good luck to you. And, Don Juan 187. When you ask what is that, you have to be a little bit more specific with me. Do you mean the bird right in front of you? Right here, this is a silkie chicken, and his name is Stormy. And Itty Bitty 666, yes, he is going to be so posh. You know, we'll have to do a little special like beauty video for him. You know, getting him all cleaned up, managing to put in his little hair products to keep his hair, well, his little feathers out of his eyes. That would be a nice little bonus video. Oh, and Don Juan 187. Yeah, well, this the silky breed was originally. They're covered in these silky, soft, furry feathers their whole life. And though they are completely incapable of flight, the way that their feathers are doesn't allow them to have any lift. Our ayam cemeni here and my onagadori here both can manage some very short flights, but we did trim their flight feathers, which means that they really can only sort of glide at the moment. We did that so they can't really jump over the fence, so they can't get to the top of our house or any low-hanging tree branches, because that would be a little bit harder to bring them in for the night. And Skillsy, silkies can do a bunch of flapping around that can help them if they fall, but they can't. For silkies, it's more like falling with style. And yes, Kagome here is kind of a little alpha chicken hen. She is very precocious. She has a lot of energy. The onagadori is an endangered Japanese breed of chicken. We can see here that Kagome's tail is already about a foot long, but onagadori tails can reach about 20 feet in length or over 6 meters. The longest onagadori tail on record, I believe, was 36 feet long. And yeah, since she's female, it should be a bit shorter, but we'll see how long her tail really gets. By the end of the year, we might be seeing her tail get up to about 3 feet in length, so that will be kind of spectacular. And the onagadori are kind of a very majestic little bird, especially when you look up pictures of full-grown ones online. They're like something out of a fantasy novel. An unlit phoenix, as it were. Yeah, you are very majestic, Kagome. And you have some lovely patterns to your feathers there. Lovely, lovely. Oh, and 404 ninja not found. So the hair ties that we got Stormy before that he's able to very easily pull off are actually baby hair ties that are designed not to really pull on his feathers or his hair. So it's supposed to be gentle for human babies. But since they're not really staying on, I think we might try something with like a bobby pin or something in the future to keep them in. Because as we see here, the feathers can kind of get into his eyes. One of the like little faults of the silky breed is that their feathers can grow a bit into their eyes at times, and that can end up scratching them a bit, which can lead some silky chickens to become blind eventually, which is a bit unfortunate. So we want to, you know, prevent that from happening. We don't want Stormy just kind of stumbling around for the rest of his life, not really knowing where he's going. You know, I'm sure the girls would help him out as much as possible, but we want him to be happy and be able to enjoy the world. Oh, and okie dokies, thank you for the excited award. That is much appreciated. Lovely, lovely. Oh, and hello there, Stormy. Were your little ears burning? And I just have to say I love that little patch of blue by his ears. That is lovely. Lovely, lovely. Prestigious AD 3765, a 36-foot long tail. And and they're referring to the onagadori, Kagome, who's on purpose, or does it just sort of drag along? And the reason why onagadori's tails get so long is because there's a mutation for this breed that causes their tail feathers to never molt. So they just grow and grow and grow their whole lives. And as a result, when they do move around on the ground, yes, it does drag on the floor. Onagadori breeders usually take special means of giving them very tall perches in which to allow their tail feathers not to drag as much. And they take a lot of care in making sure that nobody steps on their tail feathers. If Kagome's tail feathers get out of hand, we will probably be trimming them. You know, there's a lot of concern in Japan for keeping the onagadori breed alive, for making sure that the tail feathers get as long as possible. I think they even have like contests about that. They, you know, can judge the breed, but we're more concerned about Kagome living a nice life. I'm sure she would love having a very long tail, but if it starts to get in the way of her quality of life, we will rectify that. So yes, so we would be giving little haircuts, and we might give a haircut to Stormy as well if the hair bands and the bobby pins don't work, because we want him to also retain his sight and to be all right. And Arthur Trump, do certain chicken breeds have hereditary conditions the same way dogs do? And that is actually a very good question, and yes, they do. You know, because a lot of these breeds were made through, and in some cases, one of the kind of most unhealthy breeds that are around are these sort of meat chickens that you see here in the United States. And they're the ones you're going to be eating most of the time. They were bred to basically be as big as possible. These chickens take about, right here, about 6 to 8 months to really grow to full size. A meat chicken that you'd see in one of these bigger facilities will grow up in about 2 months and start producing eggs. As a result of this like big mass that they have on them, like those chickens will grow way bigger than any of these guys. It really puts a strain on all of their little organs. I believe their life 12 for these guys, and they have a whole host of other problems. Most of them don't live to really see those problems because they are, well, but yeah, you can get individual problems with individual breeds that you should be aware of. And that's why I'm aware of the little issue there. Aware about getting them wet. They can catch colds very easily as a result. I'm becoming blind because of the scraping to their eyes. Ayam cemeni generally are pretty healthy birds from my understanding. Not too many issues here. For onagadori, I'm aware of the long tails, so her need of bigger perches in the future, so she's able not to drag her tail. So yeah, you should just be aware of all of these little things. And it would be lovely, itty bitty 666, if we could